Good evening, family, people of God. So, I just wanted to talk about something that was on my spirit. I was talking with my good friend, my good brother, and it was about what came to my spirit is like talking about how we have the right to govern our own lives. Like, for example, we have a right to choose who we accept in our life and who we don't want to have give access to us, right? But as people of God, of course, we love everybody. But then there's sometimes when there's some people, because for whatever reason, either they're still, going through certain things that we do or say, or certain things that they see on display about our lives, it may trigger them and they lash out at us. And it can be hurtful sometimes, especially when you have respect and you've shown love to some people. But we don't have a right. I mean, how can I say it? People don't have a right to try and say, because you are someone, a man or woman of God, you have to tolerate my toxicity. You have to tolerate my painful words. We have a right to choose what we tolerate. If I'm making sense, do I sound like I'm making sense so far? And we have a right to choose what we tolerate. And let me try to give an example. I think an example would be to say, if there is something that I'm doing that brings me joy, or I'm having a joyful moment, or I'm making a declaration about myself and someone doesn't agree with that declaration, you're entitled to your opinion. But I think where we can draw the line, I think it's fair to say we can draw a line that I don't have to digest your opinion about me, your opinion about how I feel, or about how I live my life or govern my life or what I think about myself. It's just your opinion, and vice versa. If I have an opinion about your life, that should not dictate how you live your life. It's just an opinion, and maybe it could be an opinion that helps correct something um, inside of us or brings our attention to something. But when it becomes to the point where it's disrespectful or it's toxic, or it breaks someone's joy, then no one is, how could I say it? Just because someone says that they are a man or woman of God, they're not obligated to um to just put up with the garbage or the disrespect that comes from someone else about them. If I think I probably was all over the place with that, right?
I would say you also get to choose whose opinion you value as well.
Yes.
Like you
Yes.
personally, I would say to only value the opinion of the people you love and the people of their of who you respect. Who
Yes.
you respect is probably who you should value their opinion.
Because
Anyone else, that's up to you.
yeah,
You
because not
don't worry
everyone
about.
has good intentions for us,
Yeah.
right? And so some people can give an opinion out of not from a genuine place, right?
Hmm.
So, yeah, I agree. I think that's perfect. So anyway, anything else you want to add or say?
Not off the top of my head.
Because you're so full of wisdom. I like listening to him. He always calms my spirit every time I encounter him. It's like an angelic presence.
Oh my gosh, my eyes just rolled.
So anyway, people of God, that's all I wanted to say. Um, yeah, we have a right to choose whose opinion we would value, and we do not have to. We're in charge of what we accept, right? And so basically, Amos 3:3 says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" And so it's like, if I have joy and peace in my home, and you come and knock on my door, and you come into my home, and then you come and you bring chaos, and you start telling me all these negative things about myself that you don't like about me, then my question would be, why did you come to my home? You don't have to come to my home. This is a free world. I allowed you into my home, and this is what you do. You disrespect me, and so I'm not going to allow that anymore. So I will make sure that you're either on my trespass list, that you can't even come on the property again, because I don't want to keep opening my spirit up to receive those type of punches. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be open to to someone who I'm not really sure about, or are they going to say something to break my spirit today? Are they going to be in agreement? Are they just going to, if they don't like what they see, or they don't like what I'm doing, can they just leave me alone? Or are they going to try to say something that just really, like goes with the opposite of how I'm feeling? If I'm feeling joyful, then I don't want you to say anything that try to break my joy, you know? And so this just stemmed from something that happened this morning, but I spoke about it with my brother, and I just wanted to drop that. And I hope that I was not all over the place, which I think I do sometimes, because I just speak straight from my spirit, straight from the top of my brain. And so sometimes I can just be all over the place. But anyway, I just wanted to share that, people of God. We have a right to govern our own lives, and we have a right to choose whose voice we listen to and what we will accept. And if we're not in agreement, we also have a right to go our separate ways. Just wanted to share that. Have a blessed evening. I love you. God bless you. And just because we love each other, that does not mean that we also have to walk together. Just because we choose not to walk together, that does not mean that I don't love you, right? That does not mean I hate you. I think that it's manipulative for someone to try and attack your love, or do you really love someone who your spirit doesn't agree with, right? I can love you and I can choose to go a different way than you're going, because my spirit doesn't agree with your spirit, if that makes sense. But I think the message got across to who it needed to get across to, right? Y'all have a blessed evening.